Amen. And I'm a preacher. Amen. I want you to get it. I want you to get what I'm actually saying to you. Amen. I really believe that God's word has the power to change your life.
Amen.
I really believe that God's word has the power to take you to another place.
Yeah.
I really believe that if you listen to God's word and do like the Bible says, hide it in your heart where you won't sin against it. I truly believe that it can take you to a place that you can never dream or imagine in your life. So on this morning, amen, as we move forward, amen, talking about, amen, the wonderful change that God is going to do in our life, I want to use for a subject on this morning, this is the first step.
Yeah.
Amen. This is the first step.
Right.
Alcoholics Anonymous. I know you heard of it. Organization of short term is called AA. Is an international fellowship with the stated purpose of enabling members to stay sober and to help other alcoholics achieve sobriety. And its only membership requirement is a desire to stop drinking.
All right.
And in AA, they have a thing that's called a 12-step program, amen. And in the 12 steps, the first step, it starts off by saying we admit that we are powerless over alcohol, that our lives have become unmanageable. And while the ideal of saying that our lives has become powerless in our addiction, the second half, it goes on and says that I think the second half of the statement that they're going about it in the wrong way, amen. The second half of the statement says that our lives have become unmanageable, amen. That they've got to that place in their life that they feel like that they can't handle it upon their own, amen. And it's so many times in our life, church, we don't think that we need God until our life is unmanageable, amen. And until our head is up under the water, until our situation has overtaken us, that's the time that we realize that we can't make it by ourselves, but we need help in our situation, amen.
Amen.
And then that's the time, amen, when we can't handle it ourselves, amen, when we can't get through our situation, when we know that we can't handle it on our own, that we want to cry out for the Lord to save us, amen.
Amen.
But if we could change the first step of AA in the church, amen.
Amen.
If we could turn around the saying, amen, we wouldn't wait until our life was unmanageable, amen.
Yeah.
We wouldn't wait until our life was drowning or that we was going under, amen, because there's so many times in our life, amen, we don't call on God until it's too late, amen. We don't call on God until we've exhausted all other options, amen. We put everything first and then we try God, amen. But if we could realize, but before we start losing our mind, amen, before we start going through the grief process, before we start hurting, and before we take loss after loss in our life, amen, before anger has got the best of us, amen, before we have anxiety running rampant all through our family, amen, before depression has set in, amen, and jealousy and unforgiveness and strife and unforgiveness, amen, before all these things creep in our life, amen, and they overtake us, maybe we should give God a try first, amen. Instead of being like, hey, amen, instead of waiting until our life is unmanageable, until we can't handle it, amen, until we don't have anybody else to call on, amen, maybe we need to call on Dr. Jesus, amen. Is there anybody here, amen, that knows sometimes in my life, amen, that I'm going through the trials and tribulations of life, amen. I'm going through the storm, amen. I'm going through the ups and downs, amen. I'm going through the trials and tribulations of life. Before it start taking me under, though, maybe I need to call on somebody that can help me in my situation, amen. That we don't need to wait until our situation has overtaken us. But sometime in our life, we need to call on Jesus.
Amen.
Before the storm comes, amen.
Yeah.
Let me say that again, church. Sometime in our life, we need to call on Jesus before the storm comes, amen.
Yeah.
I heard somebody say that in your life, either you just came out of a storm, or you're in a storm right now, or you're getting ready to go into a storm, amen. So in our life, church, why don't we start calling on Jesus before we go into the storm? Why don't we start calling on Jesus while we're in the storm? And why don't we start calling on Jesus when we come out the storm, amen? Because I learned a long time ago in my life, God, any way you bless me, I will be satisfied, amen. Which brings me to my text on this morning. Peter, he was walking on the water. And the Bible says as soon as he starts sinking, he cries out, Lord, save me, amen. Now I have to give Peter some credit on this morning, church. Peter, he didn't wait until the situation, amen, had got the best of him. He didn't wait until, like AA says, amen, until his situation was unmanageable, amen. He didn't wait until his head was up under the water, amen. He didn't wait until the storm had got the best of him. He didn't wait until all hope was gone in his life, amen. But he screamed out, Jesus, save me, amen. And it's sometime in our life as being a believer of God, amen. The first sign of trouble, amen, we need to start calling on the Lord, amen. And we don't need to wait until our situation can't be fixed. We don't need to wait until the bill is due. We don't need to wait until we're having car trouble. We don't need to wait until we have a people problem. We don't need to wait until we got some issues at work, amen. But in our life, as soon as you see the trouble coming, amen, start calling on the Lord, amen. Don't wait till the battle is over, amen. But sometimes we need to scream and give God the victory in advance, amen. We can't wait, church. We can't wait until the battle is won. We can't wait until we got the victory, amen. But sometimes when we're going through the war, sometimes when we're in the middle of the fight, sometimes when we can't see the light peeping through the cloud, amen, we need to go ahead and praise God that we got the victory, amen. The Bible says Peter, he starts sinking. And the Bible says, verse number 31, and immediately Jesus stretched forth his hand and caught him and said to him, O thou of little faith, why didst thou doubt? And I have to stop right here, amen, and thank God. Amen. Thank God for my trials and thank God for my tribulations. Thank God for my sins that I went through. Thank God for the strongholds that I had in my life. I have to thank God. I know that it sounds weird, church, but I got to thank God that I didn't drown in my situation.
Amen. Amen.
I got to thank God that I didn't die in my situation. I got to thank God, amen, that when I was going through the trials and tribulations of life, amen, that they didn't overtake me. That I got to thank God that when my situation was unmanageable, amen, that I didn't give up, that I didn't throw in the towel. But catch this, church, when I was going through my trial and my tribulation, amen, it wasn't me that brought myself out, amen. It wasn't me that stretched out and pulled myself up, amen. But I'm glad on this morning that Jesus was able to catch me, amen. Is there anybody here that know on this morning it wasn't because of my goodness, amen, but it was because his grace and his mercy, amen, that when I was going through life, amen, he caught me, amen. Is there anybody here that can say I wasn't that good, amen, but it was some times in my life that God had to catch me, amen. Okay, I see how you're looking at me. In the middle of my sin, God caught me, amen. When I was doing no good, he caught me, amen. When I was on the streets, amen, he caught me, amen. Okay, y'all ain't gonna praise God for that, amen. When I was in the car wreck, he caught me, amen. When I was in the hospital, he caught me, amen. When I had to have surgery, amen, he caught me. When my blood pressure was so high, they said I should have had a stroke, but he caught me, amen. Okay, you still can't praise the devil. All right, when I was creeping in the midnight hour, he caught me, amen. When I was drinking like a fish, amen, and I still got a good liver, he caught me, amen. When I used to smoke until I couldn't smoke no more, amen, but I still got health morning, he caught me, amen.
Amen. Amen.
It was some times in my life, church. It was some times in my life that Jesus, he reached out and he caught me, amen. It wasn't because I was living so good, amen. It wasn't because that I was crossing all of my T's and dotting all my I's, amen. All the reason I survived was because he caught me, amen. The only reason I made it through is because he caught me, amen. When I was doing what I know I didn't supposed to be doing, amen, he still caught me. When I was doing things that was contrary to his will, church, he still caught me, amen. When I was sitting there saying, I know I don't need to be doing this, amen, he still caught me, amen. That he wouldn't let me go in my situation. He wouldn't let me go in my sin, amen. But the God I serve, amen, he was able to still reach out and catch me, amen. When I was doing things contrary to his will, amen, he still reached out and he caught me, amen. Verse number 31, it goes on, it says that he caught him and he said unto him, O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt? And it's going to be some times in our life, church. It's going to be some times in our life that you're going to have some doubt. I just want to be real with you on this morning. There's going to be some times in your life that you're going to have some doubt that you're not going to see your way out your situation.
That's right.
That you don't know how things are going to turn around in your life. That you don't know how these bills are going to add up. You don't know where the ends are going to come from, amen. It's going to be some times that you don't understand. Amen. That you don't know how it's going to work. That you don't know how it's going to happen. That this season has ran its course in your life, amen. Yeah. And you don't know when your change is going to come, amen. There's going to be some times in your life, church, that you want to get that towel and wave it and say to God that I can't take no more. God, I can't move forward anymore. That God, I just want to sit here and I just want to give up, amen. And it's in those times I want to strengthen you on this morning. The Bible says, stand still and see the salvation of the Lord, which what I will show you today. For the Egyptians that you see today, let me translate it for you, church. The troubles that you have today, the issues that you have today, the trials and tribulations that you have today, the strongholds that you have today, amen, the liars that you have today, amen, you will have them no more, catch this, church, forever, amen. In other words, when God brings you out, amen, you don't have to understand it, amen, but he's going to bring you out. He's going to lift you up. He's going to turn your life around. The reason I know, look at Peter, amen, the songwriter said, I was sinking deep in sin, far from the peaceful shore, very deeply staying within, seeking to rise no more. Catch this, church, but the master of the sea, he heard my despairing cry, and from the waters he lifted me. Now say, am I, amen? It's not because of our goodness, church, but it's all because of his grace and mercy that he's going to pick us up this morning, amen. That we don't have to understand it. We don't always have to see it, amen. We don't have to always know how it's going to happen, church. That it's okay, church, if you have some doubt in your mind sometimes. That God, I don't know what you're doing in my life. God, I don't know why you're taking me through all these trials and tribulations. God, why is this happening in my life and it ain't happening in nobody else's life? Has anybody ever been there?
Yeah.
And God, I don't know why you're still bringing this in my life. Why am I going through these ups and downs? Why am I riding this roller coaster of God in my life?
Yeah, that's right.
But the Lord will make a way.
Yes, He will.
Somehow. The Bible says that Jesus, he caught Peter. He picked him up. And catch this, church, verse number 32. And when they were come into the ship, the wind ceased. Catch this, church. When they had come into the ship, the wind ceased. So you trying to tell me that the whole time Jesus was walking on the water to the disciples, the storm was still raging.
Yeah.
The Okay, you didn't catch it. You trying to tell me the whole time that Jesus was talking to Peter, the storm was still raging? You trying to tell me that the whole time while the storm was still raging and Peter was walking on the water, amen, the storm was still raging. You trying to tell me the whole time that he was walking on the water and Peter started coming to him and Peter started sinking and Jesus reached out his hand and picked Peter up out of the water, the storm was still raging. You're trying to tell me the whole time that they was walking on the water, talking with each other, hand in hand, walking back to the ship, that the storm was still raging in his life. Now catch this, church. The reason that it's so important to understand that the storm was still raging, amen, that no matter who you are in here, amen, you can have Jesus in your life, amen. You can be walking with him. You can be talking with him, amen. You can be hand in hand with him, amen. But the storm of life will still come and hit you in the face, amen. The storm of life will still come and walk in your situation, amen. The storm of life will still come and try to get the best of you, amen. Even if you know Jesus, amen. Even if you're walking with him and talking with him, amen. That you're praying to him, amen. You can be in relationship with him, amen. I'm here to tell you this morning that the storm of life will not stop, amen.
That's right. Amen.
They don't get worried, amen, because you're going through the storm. Don't get worried, amen, because here it comes another trial, amen. Don't get worried because here it comes another tribulation, amen. Mm-hmm. That the whole time Peter, he was with the Lord. He was walking with him. He was talking with him, and Jesus had even saved him, church. And even in this situation, even being saved by Jesus, even walking with him, talking with him, being hand in hand with him, walking back to the ship with him, amen, the storm of life was still raging, amen. The church, it's not going to be easy. Amen. Let me say that again, church. It's not going to be easy, amen. It's not going to be easy. Catch this, church, when you're trying to do thus saith the Lord.
Yes.
When you're on the Lord's side, church, it's not going to be easy. Amen. If you're in this thing, amen, all because you think, well, if I praise him, he's going to bless me. If I praise him, he's going to bring me out. If I praise him, he's going to lift me up. Yes, he will do all that while you're in the storm, amen.
Yes.
While you're still going through the storm, he'll bless you. Yes, amen. While you're still going through the storm, he'll walk with you. He'll talk with you, amen. But the storm of life is still going to be raging in your life. Yes. The church, we can't get out the storm all because we give our life over to Jesus.
That's right.
That we still have to keep on enduring, amen. We still have to keep on fighting the good fight. Amen. We still must endure hardship as that good soldier, amen. That we still have to walk the walk and talk the talk, and we still have to go through the trials and tribulations of life, amen. But the trials, they only come to make us strong, amen. The trials, they only come to make us strong. It doesn't mean that the storm of life will not come. It doesn't mean that you don't trust him, that you're not walking with him, that you're not talking with him, amen. But the storm of life is still going to come in your life, amen. That no matter what you're going through, the storm is still going to show up. Amen. Verse number 32, it goes on and says, and when they were come into the ship, the wind ceased. It wasn't until they got into the ship that the storm actually ceased, amen. All right. That even though they was with Jesus, even though they was walking with him and talking with him, even though Jesus had saved them from their situation, amen. Have Jesus ever saved you from a situation, amen? And it seemed like the storm of life was still raging on your behalf, amen. It seemed like you were still going through your trial and your tribulation, even though you would know without a shadow of a doubt, God, he had brought you out and he had saved you, amen. And it still seemed like the storm was raging, amen. That's right. Amen. But I believe that's why the storm writer said it like this, but if the storm don't cease, and the winds keep on blowing in my life, then my soul has been anchored in the Lord. And church, it's sometime in our life that things are not going to stop until our soul gets anchored in the Lord. What you mean, preacher? That sometimes you got to sit down, amen, and spend a little time with him, church. That you can't just walk with him and talk with him, amen, but sometimes you got to sit down and spend some time with the Lord, amen. Sometimes you got to go to that secret place, amen. So sometimes we can't our Sunday, amen, that we gave God our Wednesday, amen. No, sometimes we need some prayer time, amen. Sometimes we need to sit down and meditate in His Word, amen. Sometimes we need to get in His Word and get strengthened, amen. Amen. That we can't get it all on Wednesday. We can't get it all on Sunday, amen. Amen. But sometimes we got to seek His face. Amen. We have to turn from our wicked ways. We got to do the necessary things that with Jesus will be able to walk and talk with us. Yeah. Some things in our life are not going to change until we get into the boat with Jesus. In other words, church, until we spend a little time with Him. It's not enough just to come to church on Sunday. It's not enough just to come out on Wednesday night. Amen. It's not enough just to come to the prayer meeting, Bible study, Sunday school. It's not enough. Not enough. Amen. It's not enough, church. Not enough. But at the midnight hour, amen, when you're crying yourself to sleep, that's the time that you need to spend time with Him. Don't know. When the bills are due and you don't know where the money's coming from, that's the time that you need to spend time with Him, amen. When you can't see the sun, amen, even through those clouds, that's the time that you need to spend time with Him, amen. Then we can't wait until we get to church and give God all the praise, honor, and the glory. Verse number 33 goes on and says this. Then they that were in the ship came and worshipped Him, saying of the truth, Thou art the Son of God. In AA, the first step is realizing that we don't have the power to change our own situation. That we can't do it by ourselves. That we actually need some help in this thing that we're going through. And if we need some help in our life, we have to remember who's the one that can help us. Amen. Now the second part of AA, it says that they wait till their situation is unmanageable. Yeah. They realize that their situation is unmanageable. Amen. I want to change the dynamics of our church family on this morning. Don't wait until you can't handle your situation. Don't wait until it's overtaken you. Don't wait until you're about to give up, that you're at your wit's ends, that you think all hope is lost, and then you call on the name of the Lord, amen. But if you remember on this day that no matter what you're going through, that God will reach down and He will pick you up from your situation. Amen. If you remember, amen, that what God did in the Bible, amen. If you remember that He fed the 5,000 hungry souls. If you remember how He healed the sick. If you remember how He raised the dead. If you remember how He healed the lame. If you remember how He restored the ones that couldn't talk, amen. If you remember, amen, that how He's a healer, how He's a deliverer, how He's a restorer, how He's your bridge over troubled water, amen. If you just remember, amen, that you don't need anybody but God in your life to be able to bring you out, amen. If you remember when you're hurting, if you remember when you're all alone, if you remember when you feel like you're isolated, if you remember when you need to be restored, if you remember when you feel like you're by yourself in this thing, if you remember that, man, when you're going through your situation and the trials and tribulations of life is getting the best of you, if you just remember, church. Remember when the storm was raging in your life before. That if He brought you out the first time, that He'll bring you out again. Amen. The church, this is the first step. Amen. The first step is realizing that we don't have the power to do it. Amen. We don't have the power to save ourselves. Amen. That there's been some situation in our life that Jesus had to reach down and catch us. Amen. Amen. Even in the middle of our sin, even in the middle of our trial, even in the middle of our situation, He had to reach down and catch us. Amen. And He had to pull us up. And even though we walking with Him, talking with Him, we done gave our life over to Him, church. It's not going to be easy on this morning. But if you just remember that the first step is, if He saved you once, He'll save you again, church. Amen. If you remember that He has the power to do it again, church. He has the power to turn your situation around. He has the power to restore you. He has the power to renew you. He has the power to bring you out of your situation. Church, don't wait until the victory is won.
Amen.
But give God glory in advance. Amen.
Yeah, amen.
Before you get over your head in the situation, before you want to give up,
Yeah.
before you want to give in, throw in the towel in. Remember that God will bring you through. Remember that God will heal you. Amen. Come on, let's give God a hand clap of praise.